Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman resume their hard-hitting rivalry. And are we to finally see Sister Abigail in person? It still seems like we're reeling in the after effects of Shane McMahon's death drop from the top of the Hell in a Cell structure and Sami Zayn's unexpected show of brotherhood towards Kevin Owens and saving his skin. Also follow WWE Raw results, October 16, 2017, live updates and commentary. But it may be high time that we shift gears as TLC is just a little over a week away, meaning that the inhabitants of the Red Brand had better prepare themselves for a bruising free-for-all. There is no time to catch a breath for Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, however, as the two powerhouses collide inside a steel cage in what could be a pivotal encounter leading up to the pay-per-view. Who will emerge victorious in this clash of epic proportions? More importantly, will the result affect the Shield vs. Miz & Co. match at TLC? Read on and find out as we run through the preview for this week's Go Home episode, before TLC, of Monday Night Raw. Number 1, Sister Abigail more than meets the eye? Last week, Sister Abigail made a chilling appearance that sent shivers down my spine, confessed Finn Balor. But did we see only what Bray Wyatt wanted us to see? Unlike Finn Balor's sinister driving force, the Demon, last week's appearance through the Titantron would seem to suggest that Sister Abigail is a demonic presence that merely thrives inside of Bray Wyatt. But is that another trick that the Eater of Worlds is playing on all of us? Is that another way for him to plant the seed of doubt inside Finn Balor's head? Will we finally see on Raw, after years spent in conjecture and speculation, Sister Abigail in the flesh? Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman resume their hard-hitting rivalry. And are we to finally see Sister Abigail in person? Number 2, a gamble gone wrong. Once he captured the Cruiserweight Championship, Enzo Amore cashed in all his chips by going after each almost member of the division in a stinging diatribe. What he didn't foresee, however, was the curveball that Raw GM Kurt Angle threw his way in the shape of one-game luchador, Kalisto. Now, having lost his title to the diminutive superstar and having made enemies of the entire roster, both cruiserweight and otherwise, will Enzo Amore find it within himself to win back the belt from Kalisto at TLC? Or was the Luchador's title victory last week, dedicated to Eddie Guerrero, just a flash in the pan result of the emotionally charged effort? Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman resume their hard-hitting rivalry. And are we to finally see Sister Abigail in person? Number 3, Asuka looms. The fearsome Empress of Tomorrow is set to make her debut at TLC, and Emma has earned the ignominious right to face her. But for the superstar who claims that she was the one who set the ball rolling on the women's revolution in the WWE, it's likely that she looks at the bout as an opportunity to further establish herself up the ranks. How will Emma prepare on Raw for her impending clash with Asuka in the weekend? Will she be able to enter the contest with momentum on her side, or, like many before her, let the aura of the Japanese phenomenon get to her before the fight even begins? Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman resume their hard-hitting rivalry. And are we to finally see Sister Abigail in person? Number 4, a lesson well learned? Alexa Bliss' blatant disrespect towards Mickie James hasn't sat well with the veteran, and she's been out on a limb to beat some sense into the Raw Women's Champion. But after the beatdown she suffered at the hands of Mickie James, the goddess will likely be out for revenge this week on Raw. Will she involve her BFF Nia Jax, and overcome James with a numbers game? Or will she find, yet again, that she lit a fire under the wrong superstar as the former champion looks keep her momentum going as we head into TLC on Sunday? Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman resume their hard-hitting rivalry. And are we to finally see Sister Abigail in person? Number 5, foreshadowing the destruction when the newly reunited Shield takes on Miz, The Bar and Braun Strowman in a handicap match at TLC. Everyone expects fireworks. But in an attempt to set the tone for the explosive encounter, the big dog and the monster among men clash inside a steel cage on Raw. In what promises to be a still-rattling clash, will Reigns conquer Strowman and head into TLC with momentum on his side? Or will the WWE's resident behemoth put the Brock Lesnar loss behind him once and for all with a redeeming display against the powerhouse of the Shield? Find out as we at Sportskeeda bring you all the live play-by-play action, results and highlights from this week's episode of Monday Night Raw.